Hey there, it's Alex with alextucker.ca, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a funnel fast using 3 AppSumo deals that I purchased, which are FunnelBolt, Nichesss, and Frase.io. Now, Nichesss and FunnelBolt are still on AppSumo. Frase, unfortunately, that deal has ended, but you can still get access to it through their website. And I've got affiliate links for all 3 of these products down below. So if you feel like checking them out and potentially getting access to them, I really encourage you to use those links. If you pick up Nichesss or FunnelBolt through AppSumo, you get a 60-day money-back guarantee. And Frase is, I think, on a monthly basis, and it's one of the SEO tools that I use the most frequently, so I really highly recommend it. Anyways, this is a bit of a special video. Normally I do fairly simple tutorials or I do product reviews, but in this one, like I said, I'm going to use 3 products that I purchased from AppSumo, so I have lifetime deals for all of them. And I'm going to use them together to quickly create a search-optimized landing page without writing anything myself and without having to design anything myself. So I'm going to use Frase to figure out what I want it to say, and then I'm going to use Nichesss to write the content, and then I'm going to use FunnelBolt to use one of their templates to set up a website, or a landing page rather. And then the only part that I'm not going to show, because it would give away, I would have to basically blur everything out, is the integration of everything in FunnelBolt, but that's really easy. You just need to set up your email and your Twilio account if you want to use SMS, and then you can have all your integrations with your autoresponders. But I will show how to generate ideas with Nichesss, how to take those ideas into Frase for validation and to further develop them, how to take the ideas back into Nichesss in order to generate the content, and then how to take that content and put it into a template on FunnelBolt and create a landing page really easily, really quickly, and it's going to be a nice high converting landing page for me, I'm sure. So leave me a comment, let me know if you find this helpful and interesting, and stick around. This is going to be a really cool video. Let's go. All right, now I've got this PDF lead magnet that I made called 3 SEO Mistakes Most Website Owners Make. And I want to get some good use out of this, so I'm going to, based on the title of this lead magnet, I'm going to create a landing page, and I'm going to use it to give away the lead magnet. And incidentally, if you'd like a copy of this lead magnet, you can get one for free. The link will be in the description where you can download it from my website. But anyways, so I'm going to start with just the title, which is 3 SEO mistakes most website owners make. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and then I'm going to come into Nichesss. And there's a lot of tools here, a lot of tools. I actually need to make a new Nichesss review because they've added so many tools. But the one I'm going to use right now, I think, is ads. Sales. I want to use sales to create at least the base for my landing page copy. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to select, basically they've got different formulas, different copywriting formulas, then you can select the ones that you like. So I'm just going to select maybe 3 or 4. I like pain, agitate, solve is one of my favorites. Problem, promise, proof, proposal. We'll try that as well. So business is called Lower Fighter Writer. That's my business. I do services. And what my business does is 3 SEO mistakes most website owners make. Now that doesn't really make sense. So maybe we can give it some context. No, let's just try it, see what comes up. Okay, it's ready. If you are an entrepreneur, a small business owner, a small business blog owner, or a website owner, then this is the most important video you will watch today. I was hired to be the SEO for a local business in Sydney. I was charged with the task of getting them to the first page of Google for a very competitive keyword. Watch the full video to learn how I did it. You can check out my latest SEO video on YouTube. Click here. Interesting. It's like a YouTube pitch. Attention, website owners. Make 3 mistakes in your SEO that cost you traffic. Interests. Fix these 3 SEO mistakes. All right. Oh, I like this one so far. Attention, if you're running a website, you're probably making one of these 3 mistakes. Interest, or else you're missing out on a lot of potential traffic, leads, and profits. Fix these 3 SEO mistakes and you'll see an immediate boost in traffic and sales, and get the guide to learn how. I like this one, so we're going to go ahead and grab this. Just going to come here, click copy. That copies the text to my clipboard. And now we're going to head over into Phrase and have some fun with this. All right, now I'm in Phrase, and I've also created a notepad file just so I can keep track of all the things that I'm copying and pasting, so I don't have to, type them a lot, because I'm trying to, and the whole idea of this little video, this project that I'm doing, is to avoid doing manual work. I just want to copy and paste and click and have stuff kind of happen for me. So we'll just create this document. And so this is going to pull information from the top ranking results, and it's going to basically show me what people are writing to rank for this type of keyword. So what I'm hoping is that some of the information that it pulls is going to be relevant, and I can use that to further generate content in Nichesss. All right, so now this is loaded in, and I'm just going to go to Workflows and Automate Content Brief, and say Select All, and insert the brief into the editor. And now this is going to do some work for me and put some ideas that I can use in the editor. And I'm just going to grab this and put it in the My Content area. And now these are questions that have been dug from the People Also Ask section of Google. And so these are really good questions for me to ask and potentially even answer on my landing page. So maybe I could use this one. What are the 3 steps to successful SEO? Because that way I'm doing, there's 3 mistakes that most website owners make, and there's 3 steps to successful SEO. 3 is often a good number. So let's just go to Add More. And we will stick with AIDA. And I'm going to replace this information with this and generate more. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hop back and forth between Nichesss and Phrase a little bit. And for this, I'm going to use the blog tools in Nichesss. And the only one that I need is the blog post intro. This is kind of the longest form writer. And just to get myself started, we will go with, I'm just going to say search engine optimization for what it's about. And for this, we will use this to get started. And then what I'm going to do to continue is I'm going to take each of these subpoints, or each of these parts of the copywriting formula that Nichesss gave me, and I'm just going to plug them right back in to Nichesss to get more content. So let's see what this generated. Some SEO mistakes are easy to fix and some are tough to spot. For example, adding hidden text to your website is a big no-no, but there are a lot of other SEO mistakes that can slip you by. This article will cover 3 of the most important SEO mistakes that you should always be on the lookout for. There are lots of bad web designers out there, and while many realize that they are making mistakes, they don't know how to go about fixing them. That is really true. It actually sounds like something I would say. Not something I would write on a landing page, though, so I'm going to probably use this top one. But anyways, let's just go to Add More, and back to blog post intro. And then for title of the post, I'm going to use this. If you're running a website, you're probably making one of these 3 mistakes. Generate more. If you're running a website, you're probably making one of these 3 mistakes. The first thing about search engine optimization is that it's not about making sure the search engines, such as Google, take your site's page 1. Okay. If you're running a website, you're probably making one of these 3 mistakes. First, you may not be optimizing your site properly for search engines, which means you won't be getting the amount of traffic that your site really deserves. Very true. Second, your site may not be mobile friendly, meaning that people who use smartphones and tablets to surf the web will have a very difficult time accessing your content. Also very true. And finally, you may be making your site too difficult to navigate, and that will turn off even the most patient of your site's visitors. Also a good point. So this is some pretty good content. I can work with this. And now I'm just going to take each of these ideas and I'm going to plug them in as well. And I'll probably either speed the video up at this point or skip ahead because I don't want to bore you to tears. All right, so now I've taken each of these 4 parts of the copywriting formula and I plugged them into the blog post intro generator for Nichesss. And let's just take a look at what I got for this one, for example. Get the guide now to learn how to fix these mistakes with SEO. While some of the basic SEO principles are easy to follow, there are quite a few that many beginners miss. This guide will help you avoid these common mistakes and get the most out of your SEO efforts in the long run. Now that's like perfect. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to come over here, go to, I guess I can erase this now. And this is going to be, what happened to my title? There we go. This is going to be like the end, like my call to action type thing. And we'll go back up. And I'll probably speed this up or skip ahead again. All right, let's see what I've got here. Some SEO mistakes are easy to fix and some are tough to spot. For example, adding hidden text to your website is a big no-no, but there are a lot of other SEO mistakes that can slip you by. This article will cover 3 of the most important SEO mistakes. So I'm going to change this to this document covers 3 of the most important SEO mistakes that you should always be on the lookout for. Most companies want to attract more customers, but when it comes to SEO, many mistakenly believe that SEO is just a matter of writing a blog. In fact, SEO is a multi-tool that can be used to improve a website's traffic, reputation, conversion rate, and more. But even a multi-tool needs to be used correctly. Here are 3 SEO mistakes. I'm going to change this to learn these 3 SEO mistakes that you need to fix if you want to improve your traffic and sales. While some of the basic SEO principles are easy to follow, there are quite a few that many beginners miss. This guide will help you avoid these common mistakes and get the most out of your SEO efforts in the long run. This is good stuff. So I would say this is probably enough for my landing page copy. So now it's time to move over to FunnelBolt and have some fun with their landing page builder and put it all together using a template. All right, let's go. All right, so here we are in FunnelBolt, and this is actually going to be the first time that I've used their landing page builder. So this is going to be a really interesting test to find out exactly how intuitive it is. So I'm just going to build a page. We'll call it Lover Fighter Writer Landing. Why not? Okay, so that's been saved, and now it's opening the builder for me. And so it's asking if I want to start with sections or choose a template. Now, I like building from scratch, but especially when you're starting with a new builder, it's so much easier to start with a template. And the way I like to describe this to people is, think about it this way. If you needed to build a toaster, would you want to start with a bunch of loose parts on the ground? Or would you want to start with a toaster, take the toaster apart so you know where everything goes yourself, and then put it back together? I would want to start with a toaster, take it apart, and then put it back together. And that's what I do with templates. I start with a template, and anything that I don't like about it, I take it apart, I figure out what's going on, and I put it back together the way that I want it using the knowledge that I've gained taking it apart. And this is like how I learned to do web design. Using a variety of different web design tools, and now I find most page builders really easy to use. So let's see if that carries over into this one. We're going to choose a template, and I want a basic landing page design for a PDF giveaway. Let's see if they've got something good for that. Let's just go with this one. I like the looks of this one, so I'm just going to choose it and roll with it, see what happens. All right, so it's pre-populated this. What happens when I click on you? Okay, maybe I need to go to settings. Yep, I want to change that. All right, so I just accidentally set my logo as the background image. Not what I meant to do, so I'm going to hit the undo button. It's not working. That's unfortunate. Okay, I see what I did wrong. I see. So I need to change this back to something else. We'll just use this for now. There we go, that's better. And so I hit the wrong, I used this settings button, I'm supposed to use this one. I don't want a background image, but I want to change that image. Let's see, can I right click? Yes, okay, so edit icon. So apparently it needs to be an icon. All right, can I have a book? Yes. Well, they've got one for ebook, but I prefer this. No, I don't. That's ugly. Definitely want to change the color, make it black. And we will use the ebook icon. Cool. All right. So I'm going to grab my title. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Got the title. Paste it in there. 3 SEO mistakes most website owners make. Come back to phrase. Actually, I'm just going to type this in. Download the PDF today. That's good enough. So anyways, this is pretty easy to work with, but I don't want to build the entire landing page in front of you. It's just going to be a bunch of me replacing media assets for the most part, and that's really boring. So I'm going to skip ahead, and then we'll just kind of discuss any difficulties I had, discuss what was easy, and we will finish up this project, all right? All right, so that only took like 5 or 10 minutes, and as you can see, I've modified the button, changed all this stuff. I changed all this content, added my image of my PDF, copy and pasted all the different text from phrase over into FunnelBolt, and we've even got an inline form down at the bottom here, and buttons to open pop-ups. So let's just take a quick look at the preview. Okay, show me the preview. And I mean, that's not an amazing landing page, but it would get the job done, I think. Not bad. Few changes to make, few improvements, but overall, that took me about half an hour to go from having a PDF and an idea to having a completed landing page, which I could publish and start generating leads with. Now let's just go back to looking at me. There I am. So if you're interested in checking out these tools, I'm going to put the links in the description. Again, it's FunnelBolt and Nichesss, which are both on AppSumo right now. And you can get Phrase using the Phrase link as well. Unfortunately, their AppSumo deal is over, but it's still definitely a worthwhile investment. All right, so leave me a comment if you've got any questions. If you've got any ideas for videos like this I could do in the future, also feel free to let me know. And I'll look forward to creating some more content for you. Take care.